In the previous podcast, we discussed regulatory compliance and permitting, and how policies are applied in day-to-day decisions. Today, we're going to focus on how urban forestry programs function on a daily basis. Program operations, because while planning, policy, and funding set the framework, operations are where the work actually happens. Operations are the day-to-day activities that keep an urban forestry program running. Let's start with a key idea. Operations connect planning to action. They take long-term goals and turn them into daily tasks. Now let's talk about what operations include. Urban forestry operations typically involve tree planting, tree maintenance, such as pruning and watering, tree removal inspection, and monitoring, responding to service requests, and managing emergencies. Each of these activities must be coordinated and scheduled. Now let's consider workflow. Work often begins with data. As we discussed earlier, inventories and inspections identify needs. These needs are then translated into work orders. Work orders assign tasks to crews or contractors. Now let's talk about scheduling. Scheduling ensures that work is completed efficiently. This may involve grouping tasks by location, prioritizing high-risk work, and coordinating with other departments. Now let's consider staffing. Urban forestry programs rely on a combination of staff. Field crews perform hands-on work. Arborists provide technical expertise. Supervisors coordinate activities. Administrative staff handle scheduling, records, and communication. Now let's talk about contractors. Many cities use contractors to supplement their workforce. Contractors may be used for large-scale pruning, removals, or planting programs. Managing contractors requires oversight to ensure work meets standards. Now let's consider equipment. Operations require tools and equipment. As we discussed in earlier podcasts, maintaining equipment is part of operational management. Now let's talk about service requests. Urban forestry programs often receive requests from the public. These may include concerns about tree condition, requests for pruning, or reports of hazards. Managing these requests is an important part of operations. Now let's consider emergency response. As we discussed in podcast 54, storms and other events require rapid response. Operations must be flexible to address these situations. Now let's talk about coordination. Operations often involve coordination with other departments. For example, scheduling work around construction projects or utility maintenance. Now let's consider efficiency. Effective operations maximize the use of resources. This includes minimizing travel time, using crews effectively, and completing work in a timely manner. Now let's connect this to program success. Well-managed operations ensure that trees are maintained, risks are addressed, and goals are achieved. Poor operations can lead to delays, inefficiencies, and unmet objectives. For the ISA Urban Forest Professional Exam, focus on operational concepts. You should understand how work is planned and scheduled, the role of staff and contractors, how service requests are managed, and how operations support program goals. Questions may involve identifying effective operational strategies or resolving workflow issues. Operations are the engine of urban forestry. They keep the program moving forward, and they ensure that plans and policies are translated into real-world outcomes. In the next podcast, we'll continue by exploring leadership and program management, and how urban forestry professionals guide and improve their programs over time. You've been listening to the Arborist-podcast. Our goal is to grow our collective knowledge, one domain at a time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us keep this momentum. Until next time, let's keep growing this community together.